Hey, everyone, Alex here with a brand new Kansas City Chiefs update. And before we even get started, I have to stop right now and say this because it is really important. Most of you who watch my videos every single week still have not subscribed to the channel, and I don't know why you are missing out on the fastest updates about the Chiefs every time something breaks. So do me a quick favor, hit that subscribe button right now. It takes just 1 second and it helps me bring you more news and breakdowns about our team, the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, now, let's get into the big story, because today we're going to talk about something that almost nobody wants to admit when it comes to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I promise you, once you hear it, you are not going to be able to stop thinking about it. So here is the thing. Everybody knows Patrick Mahomes is the face of the NFL right now. He is the superstar. He is the two-time MVP, the two-time Super Bowl MVP. He has already built a Hall of Fame career in just a few seasons, and he has carried the Chiefs to a dynasty-level run. But there is something going on that a lot of fans try to ignore, and even the media sometimes avoids talking about, and that is the fact that Mahomes and the Chiefs might actually be victims of their own greatness. Yes, you heard me right, and I am going to explain exactly what I mean when you dominate the NFL, the way Mahomes and the Chiefs have done over the past few years. You set the bar so incredibly high that nothing ever feels good enough anymore. Every single season, people expect Mahomes to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. They expect the Chiefs to win 14 games and run through the playoffs. They expect another Super Bowl appearance. And when anything less than that happens, people start acting like the sky is falling. And this pressure is not just coming from the fans. It comes from the media, from rival players, and even from the organization itself. Mahomes has built such a crazy standard that now anything short of perfection feels like a disappointment. And that is something nobody really wants to admit. Think about it. The Chiefs just won another Super Bowl, and still the national conversation is not about how incredible that run was or how special Mahomes is. It is about whether the dynasty is already starting to crack. It is about whether the wide receivers are good enough. It is about whether Travis Kelce is getting too old. It is about whether the defense can keep carrying the team. It is almost like winning is no longer enough for the Kansas City Chiefs. And that is the curse of being great. Now, here is another thing nobody wants to admit. Patrick Mahomes is human. Yes, I know that sounds obvious, but the way people talk about him, you would think he is some kind of who can never have a bad game, never miss a throw, never get hurt, never feel the weight of all that pressure. But he is a person just like anyone else, and if you look closely, you can already see the toll that this kind of pressure is taking on him. He plays through injuries almost every single season: high ankle sprains, sore legs, wrist problems, and he never complains. He never wants to sit out because he knows the weight of the entire franchise is on his shoulders, and fans expect him to always be on the field no matter what. And yet, when he has an off game, suddenly people start questioning him, like maybe he has lost a step, or maybe the league has figured him out. Let me tell you something. The league has not figured out Patrick Mahomes, but the league has absolutely adjusted to him. Defenses are playing him differently. They are sitting in those too high safety shells. They are forcing him to be patient and check the ball down. They are taking away those deep bombs we used to see to Tyreek Hill every other week. And now Mahomes has to win games in a slower, more methodical way. And you know what? He has actually done it. He has adjusted. He has become smarter. He has learned to take what the defense gives him and still find ways to win. But because the highlights look a little different, because the numbers are a little lower. People act like Mahomes is somehow declining, and that is just crazy. And let's talk about the Chiefs as a whole for a minute. Nobody wants to admit this team has been completely rebuilt right in front of our eyes. Look at the wide receiver room last season, and now look at it again this year. It has been a revolving door of young guys and cast-offs, yet Mahomes has still made it work. Nobody wants to admit how much pressure that puts on him every single week. He is throwing to players who are still trying to learn the system, who are still trying to earn their confidence, and yet the expectation remains the same: Super Bowl or bust. And if they drop passes like we saw last season, suddenly Mahomes is the one who gets questioned. And that is the unfair part. Another thing people don't want to admit is how fragile dynasties really are. The Chiefs make it look easy, but the truth is staying on top of the NFL is nearly impossible every year. Other teams load up every year. Injuries happen every year. The target on your back gets bigger. And yet the Chiefs keep winning. But how long can that last? This is not about doubting Mahomes. It is about being real. Even the Patriots, with Brady and Belichick, had years where they came up short. And the same thing will eventually happen to Mahomes and the Chiefs. But the scary part is when that happens, the conversation won't be, "Wow, what a great run it will be. See, they are done. The dynasty is over." And that is the sad truth nobody wants to admit. And let's not forget about Travis Kelce. This guy has been the ultimate safety net for Mahomes, but he is getting older. He has already had some injuries, and while he is still the best tight end in the league, you cannot rely on him forever. Yet, the Chiefs are almost acting like they can, and that is a big gamble nobody wants to talk about. Eventually, Mahomes is going to need a new reliable number one option, and until that happens, he is going to keep dealing with the stress of making magic out of nothing. Now, I know some of you watching might be thinking, "Alex, you are being too negative." But let me make this clear. I am not doubting Patrick Mahomes. I am not doubting Andy Reid. I am not doubting the Kansas City Chiefs. What I'm saying is that nobody wants to admit the truth about what it means to be this good, this consistently. The truth is that the Chiefs are chasing history, and chasing history is not easy. It takes a toll. It creates expectations that are almost impossible to meet. And when you live at the top, every little mistake gets magnified. But here is the flip side to all of this. And this is why I still believe in Mahomes and the Chiefs. They are not running from the pressure. They embrace it. Mahomes knows the standard is Super Bowl or bust, and he does not shy away. He puts in the work. He grinds every day. He plays through pain. He carries the load, and he does it because he wants to be remembered as the greatest to ever do it. And that is the kind of mindset that keeps this dynasty alive. So yes, it is true that nobody wants to admit how heavy the crown really is. But Mahomes is the rare guy who actually wears it with pride. So what does this all mean for the Chiefs moving forward? It means we as fans need to appreciate what we are watching, because history tells us that runs like this do not last forever. Eventually, injuries pile up. Eventually, contracts get too expensive. Eventually, other teams catch up. But right now, in this moment, we are witnessing greatness. And instead of nitpicking every little thing, maybe we should step back and realize how special this ride has been. Mahomes is already a legend. Andy Reid is already a legend. Trevin and the Chiefs are building something that people will talk about for decades. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you agree that Mahomes and the Chiefs are victims of their own greatness, or do you think they are still just scratching the surface of what they can become? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. because I love hearing what the kingdom thinks. And if you are still watching right now, that means you are a real one. So once again, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already, so you never miss a Chiefs update. We have huge stories coming all season long, and you are not going to want to miss a single one. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button as well. It really helps push this out to more Chiefs fans, just like you all right. That is all I got for today. I am Alex. This has been your Kansas City Chiefs update. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.